Today I am going to teach you plus one accountancy lesson 3. In this, the topic is how to pass the journal entries with the given transactions. Okay, listen my dear students. In previous class I teach you based on the golden rules of accountancy only we have to pass the journal entries with the given transactions. So they will give the transactions, business transactions they will give in terms of money, whatever happened in the business they will give as a transaction. So one businessman he will give about his business transactions. For that we have to pass the journal entries, okay, with the help of golden rules of accountancy. So in the previous class I teach you the golden rules of accountancy. There are 3 accounts. One is personal account, real account, nominal account. Okay, each account having 2 aspects. One is debit and another one is credit. Okay, so debit, that is personal account rule is what? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Real account rule is what? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. What is the nominal rule account rule? That is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So based on these rules we have to pass the journal entries. So far we have passed, I have taught 5 journal entries in our textbook. So now I will continue the same. Take page number, our textbook page number 47, 46. You please take 46, page number 46. In that page number 46, they have given the 6th transaction, because I have already taught you 5 transactions. So based on the 5 transactions, how to we pass the journal entries that I have taught in previous video. Now the 6th transaction is page number 46. Example 6. Example 6. What example 6 transaction? That businessman has given his transaction. Cash deposited into bank rupees 5,000. Cash deposited into bank rupees 5,000. Rupees 5,000. Listen my dear students, this is the transaction. This is the transaction of one particular businessman. Cash deposited into bank rupees 5,000. So when you read the transaction, definitely 2 accounts will be in this transaction. First we have to find out what are the 2 accounts. Okay, actually we have 3 accounts now. One is personal account, real account, nominal account. Out of the 3 accounts, definitely minimum 2 accounts will be here. What are they? One is cash account, cash, and another one is bank account. So there are 2 accounts. Now we have to check these 2 accounts will comes under personal account or real account or nominal account, that we have to check. Okay, after checking only we have to pass the journal entry with the help of the golden rules of accountancy. Now here cash is a asset. So cash is a asset, though it is a real intangible real account. Real account. Cash is a asset. Okay, so that is why it is a real account. Bank is the artificial personal account. That is personal account. You don't want to tell artificial personal, just say personal account. Okay, listen my dear students. So here 2 accounts are there. One is cash account, that is comes under real account. This is bank account, comes under personal account. So there are 2 accounts are there in the golden rules of accountancy. Definitely each transaction consists of 2 accounts. Okay, one is personal account and another one is real account. Now we have to check which one is. So this is real account, this is personal account. In these 2 accounts only one account will come in the debit and another account will come in the credit. That we have to check based on the golden rules of accountancy. Okay, now you tell me cash. Cash is a real account. Now you tell me the real account rule. What is the real account rule? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. What we have to check, whether this cash account will come in debit side or credit side. Okay, because there are two rules in the real account. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So definitely this cash account will come in either in debit or in credit. That we have to check. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Now we are depositing the cash from the business to the bank. No, the meaning of this transaction is what? Cash deposited into bank means what? I am the businessman. So I am having 5,000 rupees in my business. So what I feel, okay, this amount I will deposit it into the bank. So my business cash will be going to the bank. It is going out. What goes out? Cash is going out. So cash is going out means as per the real account, credit is what? What goes out. So cash is going out. So cash is credit. Cash account is credit. Okay, so here there is no use of debit account because debit what comes in here, nothing is coming inside. Okay, so cash only is going outside. So in real account we have to take only credit entry. Okay, no debit entry. So we have to use the rule of personal account now. Come to the personal account. Here bank account is the personal account. What is the rule for personal account? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Here we don't want to use the credit account, credit entry because already credit is cash we know. So we have to use only debit rule of personal account. Okay, because already credit has come, no cash account has come credit. So now only one is pending, that is debit. So we have to say the debit, that is personal account rule. What is the personal account rule? Debit the receiver. It means we are depositing the cash into the bank. So the bank only receiving the money. Understood or not? I am the businessman. I am depositing the cash from my business. So cash is going out. That is why as per the real account, cash is going out means what goes out. So cash is going out. So cash is the credit account. Okay, cash is credited. Here bank is receiving the money. So you are the businessman. So you are depositing the money. So the bank is receiving the money. As per the personal account rule, debit the receiver. So bank is the receiver. So bank is the debit. Cash is the credit. Understood, my dear students? So based on that only we have to pass the journal entries. Now I will pass the journal entries for this transaction. How to write the transaction? First we have to put journal entries. This you can write in the accountancy notebook in single side only. Okay, journal entries, date, particulars, LF, debit and credit. So here you have to mention rupees. See my dear students, this you have to use accountancy notebook only. In accountancy notebook, take first single page, don't use double page. While you writing the journal entries, you have to use only the single page. For example, this is the accounts notebook means you can use the journal entry for single page only. Don't use double page. Okay, only single page. In the single page, you have to write the heading in center as journal entries. You can see that accountancy notebook, the first column will be the date column. So that is the date. The bigger column is called particulars. The small one line will be there. That is LF, ledger folio. LF is the ledger folio that will not use. But for accounting purpose, just we are mentioning LF. Okay, here debit and credit. So debit amount will be, debit entry amount will come in the debit side. Credit amount will be coming in the credit side. Okay, now you tell me what in this transaction, which one is debit? Suppose date is given means you have to mention the date. For example, 10/4/2005 means you have to put here 10/4/2005. Like that you have to mention the date. Particulars. So here there is no date. I did not put the date. Particulars. In that particular only you have to mention the rules. That is debit rule and debit entry and credit entry. Here which one is the debit entry? Here bank account is the debit. So you have to write bank account DR. This DR should come in the end of this particular column. Okay. Then in second line you have to write TO2. This is the credit entry. The debit entry should write in the top. The credit entry should write in the next line. Just leave one small space, then write to which account will come? Cash account will come. So to cash account. Now, what is the amount? 5,000. So in bank account, debit side, no, so in debit column you put 5,000. So credit also same 5,000. In cash column, direct you have to write the cash account directly to the credit column, amount 5,000 rupees. Debit amount should be equal to credit. Debit account one amount, credit account one amount, that is not the journal entry, that is wrong. So what is the debit amount? That should be equal to the credit amount. So debit is equal to credit always. Always. Okay, yes. Now you have to write the narration. Narration means hint of the journal entry. What is the hint here? What the hint he has given? That is cash deposited into bank. That is the hint. That we have to write here. Cash deposited into bank. Okay, this you should write. If you don't know how to write, you just write what the transaction they have given, just you can write as it is. Otherwise, you can cut short and write cash deposited into bank. Okay, so this is the way you have to pass the journal entry. Okay, now I'll teach you the next transaction. What is the next transaction? Example 7. Example 7, next transaction. Example 7. What is the example 7 transaction? Listen, my dear students. Example 7 is paid salary by check rupees 3,000. Paid salary by check rupees 3,000. See, you can write the journal entry one by one. Once you write the journal entry, you please only single line, leave one single line, then you can start the next journal entry. Okay? So, after completing one journal entry, you please leave only one space, one line, then you continue the second journal entry. What is the next journal entry? Paid salary by check rupees 3,000. Here salary is one account. Okay, so salary. Okay, suppose they just paid. Paid means they have paid. That is paid either in the terms of cash or in terms of bank. So what are the accounts will come in under bank means check. Check is related to bank. Debit card related to bank. Credit card related to bank. ECS, electronic clearing scheme, is related to bank. Then RTGS, real time gross, okay, and NEFT, okay. Then CDMs, cash deposit machine. These all are related to bank only. Check, debit card, credit card, and RTGS, NEFT, ECS, CDM. These all words related to common account bank. All words related to bank only. So here check is come. So check is related to bank. So it means he gave as a check only, not cash. Cash means what you say just paid salary rupees 3,000. Paid means two way you can pay, either in terms of cash or in terms of bank. Understood or not? Either in terms of cash you can pay to somebody, or through bank only. Bank means bank transaction. So whatever I told you, the 7 items will related to bank only. Okay, so here check is related to bank. So it means he paid through the amount paid salary to his worker through bank only. Okay. So here check is means bank. Check is nothing but bank. Okay. So there are, first we have to find out 2 accounts. One is salary and another one is bank. So definitely these 2 accounts will come under the 3 accounts of golden rules. What are the 3 accounts? Personal account, real account and nominal account. Okay. Sometimes the 2 entries will come in same account only. For example, this and this comes in personal account also. Sometimes one account is personal account, one account is real account. Sometimes one account is personal account, one account is nominal account. Like that, minimum 2 accounts will come. Sometimes the same these two items related to same account also, maybe same personal account, same real account, same nominal account, like that also will come. Okay, now we have to check whether the salary is which account, personal account, real account, nominal account, because based on that only we have to pass the journal entry. Okay, salary is nothing but expenses, because I am the owner, I am the businessman, I am the proprietor. Okay, for my staff every month I have to pay the salary. So from my income only I have to pay the salary. So this is expenses. Out of the incomes we are spending some money for the business is called expenses. So here salary is expenses. Salary is nothing but sambalam. In Tamil they will say sambalam. So salary is the expenses. So expenses. Okay, expenses which account? Personal account or real account or nominal account? Or nominal account, because nominal account only related to all expenses and losses, all incomes and gains. Okay, so personal account, here salary account is related to what? Nominal account. Okay, yes. So salary is nominal account. Okay, what is bank? Check is related to bank. So bank is what? Personal account. So now we found two accounts. One is nominal account and another one is personal account. Now we have to say the rule. Based on the rule, we can find out which one is coming debit, which one is coming credit. Okay? Yes. Now you tell me salary rule. Salary is nominal account rule. What is the nominal account rule? Debit all expenses and losses. Credit all incomes and gains. Salary is not a income. So salary is a expenses. So debit all expenses and losses. So here salary is the expenses. So it will come in the debit. Understood, my dear students? Understood? Yes. So salary is the expenses. So it will come in the debit side. Okay. So credit side we don't want to, because credit is what? Income. So income here there is no income. So just come to the bank. What is the bank? Personal account. Now you have to tell the personal account rule only in credit side, because debit is already we found. What is the debit entry? Salary. So now you have to say the rule for personal account, but personal account you should not say the debit entry. Debit side rule you should not say, because debit already come. Say the credit rule. What is the credit rule of personal account? Credit the giver. Credit the giver. I am the owner, I am the proprietor, my staff is there, I am paying salary. Okay, I am paying salary by check. So I am only giving the check to my staff. So I am only giving the check to my staff. Listen, my dear students. So bank is check related, check is related to bank. So I am giving a check. So who is giver? Who is the giver? That is giving my check is bank is giver. Okay, check. I am giving the check. I am giving the check. So bank is credit. Bank is credit and salary is debit. Okay. Now you have to write here salary account debtor to bank account, because you are giving the check through bank only. So you have to pay salary. Narration is what? Paid salary by check. What is the amount? Debit column you have to write 3,000. Credit column through directly you have to write the bank account in credit side. So 3,000. Okay. Now this is the second entry's answer. Now the third transaction is example 8. Example 8. Example 8 I'll teach you now. Example 8. What is example 8? Sold goods to Mahesh on credit rupees 9,000. Sold goods to Mahesh on credit rupees 9,000. Sold goods to Mahesh. Sold goods to Mahesh on credit rupees 9,000. What is the meaning for this? That is, I am the businessman. I am selling some goods. I am selling some goods. Sales. Sold goods is nothing but what? Sales. I am selling some goods to whom? Mahesh, one of my customer, credit customer. I am selling the same goods to him from my business. I am selling some goods to my customer, name is Mahesh, on credit. It means I did not get money immediately. On credit means I will receive later, tomorrow or day after tomorrow or next month, whatever it may be. So presently I am not getting any money from him. So this is called credit transaction. This is called credit transaction. Now we have to check what are the account here. Here two accounts. Sold goods. Sold goods is nothing but sales. So sales is income. Sales is income for the business. Sold goods or sale of goods means you have to take as a common word is what? Sales. Sold goods, sales. Sale of goods, sales. So sales account is nothing but what? Income. Income is which account? Which will comes in the nominal account, because all expenses and losses, all incomes and gains will come in the nominal account. So here sale of goods is what? Nominal account. Sale of goods is commonly called sales. Sold goods is commonly called sales. So here sales account is there. So sales account is a nominal account because it is a income. Okay. Now, one more account is there. What is that? Mahesh. Here, Mahesh is personal account. Okay. Now we have to tell the rules. Which one is coming the debit? Which one is coming the credit? Now you tell me the nominal account rule. Debit all expenses and losses. Credit all incomes and gains. Here there is no debit because nominal account there is no debit because expenses only is referring in the rule. But here sale of goods is nothing but what? Sales. So sales is income. So income will come in the credit. So it means sales is income. So sales is credit side will come. Credit entry is sales. So definitely who will come in the debit? Who is remaining account? Personal account, because he is the receiver. When we is selling the goods, he is receiving the goods. So Mahesh is the receiver. So Mahesh account is debited, sales account is credited. Please bear in mind, sales is income. So whenever the sale of goods will come, means you have to put sales is in the credit side only. Sales is always credit. Sales is always credit. Sales is always credit. So because sales is the income, so as per the nominal rule, sales will come in the credit side. So who will come in the debit side? Because this is the credit transaction, so Mahesh will come in the debit side. So Mahesh account debtor. Mahesh account debtor to who? What is the income? Sales account. Sales account. What is the value? Debit 9,000. Credit 9,000. Debit 9,000. Credit 9,000. So what is the narration? Sold goods. Sold goods to Mahesh. This is the narration. Narration is the hint. Without writing the narration, your journal entry will not be completed. So you must write the narration. Okay, you must write the narration. At least minimum words you have to write. Okay, sale of goods or sold goods to Mahesh or sold goods. Something you write. Okay, in the narration you must write below the debit entry, credit entry. Okay, so this is the 8th journal entry. Sold goods to Mahesh on credit means this is a journal entry. Okay, see, each journal entry carries 1 mark in your public examination. So they will ask 5 journal entry. You have to pass 5 journal entries. For that you get 5 marks. Okay. Yes. Now the next journal entry is example 9. Example 9. Yeah, example 9. What is example 9? Goods sold to Mahendran for cash, rupees 5,000. Goods sold to Mahendran for cash rupees 5,000. See, in previous entry, this entry, only one is the difference. In previous entry also what? Sold goods to Mahesh. Here also sold goods to Mahendra. So, okay, different person is selling. But in previous transaction, sold goods to Mahesh for credit. That is credit transaction. That is, he did not get the money from the Mahesh. Okay, here sold goods to Mahendran. He now the same businessman selling the goods to another customer. For that he is getting the cash. It means from Mahendran he get the amount. That is rupees 5,000 he got it. Okay, so sold goods to Mahendran for cash is nothing but he sold the goods to Mahendran, but for that he will get the money. Okay, so cash, he received the cash. So what is the journal entry? Definitely sold goods. Goods sold is coming in the credit side. That is sales. Sales is always credit. Then who will come in the debit? Mahendran or cash? Cash only, because we got the cash. Okay, we got the cash. So this is not the credit entry. If credit entry means credit transactions means name of the person will come. This is cash transaction. That is, you sold to Mahendran, but you got the cash from him. No. So by that time you have to mention, instead of the Mahendran names, you have to mention the cash account only. Understood or not? Because cash is the real account. Debit what comes in. You are selling the goods. The cash is coming inside. You are selling the goods. I am the proprietor. I am selling some goods to Mahendran. So Mahendran give the cash to me. So I am receiving the cash. So cash is in the what debit what comes in. So cash is coming inside. So cash will be the debited and goods sold. Goods sold is commonly called sales account. Sales account is credited. Understood or not? So you have to write cash account debtor to sales account. Cash account debtor to sales account. What is the amount? Debit 5,000 and credit 5,000. Okay. So you have to write here goods sold for cash. Because you sold the goods for cash only. So you have to mention here goods sold for cash. Okay. Yes. Next entry is 11th entry. Example 11. Sorry, example 10. Borrowed loan from bank rupees 10,000. Borrowed loan from bank. So borrowed loan from bank rupees 10,000. Borrowed loan from bank rupees 10,000. Here loan is one word and bank is another account. There are two accounts. Okay, bank loan. Okay, bank loan is one account and another account is what? Bank account. Okay, listen here. So bank loan. Who is getting the bank loan? I am the proprietor. I am only getting the loan. So my name is A. A is getting the loan. So bank loan is also personal account. Then bank is also personal account. I told you no. Sometimes two account, that is the same account will come for two items. Okay. Usually whatever see so far, example 6, 7, 8, 9 and all, two different accounts are come. One is real account, one is personal account. One is nominal account, one is personal account. One is real account, one is nominal account. Like that will come. But in this transaction, both the items are related to personal account only. That is loan account. I am getting the loan from the bank. Who is giving the loan? Bank is giving the loan. Okay, who is receiving the okay, bank is giving the loan. So I am receiving the loan amount. Okay, so both are personal account only. Okay, now you tell me the personal account rule. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Who is giving this loan? Bank is giving the loan. So listen here. So bank loan who is giving? Banker is given. Okay, so here you can see only, you can say only loan or bank loan. Okay, listen here. So the bank, what they will do, who is giving the bank loan, they will directly send to my bank account. Okay, they will not give the cash in terms of cash. I am asking one bank, for example Canara Bank, I am asking, sir, I need a business loan. How much I need? 10,000 rupees. Because they sanctioned the loan. So that amount they will send to my personal account bank. My personal account bank is something maybe Indian bank. So this Canara Bank, what they will do, this loan amount they will send to my banker directly. They will not give to my hand. So they will be given to my banker. So in my bank account it will be credited. So who is receiving that bank loan? Bank loan is received by my banker. So bank is here debit the receiver. My banker received, no. So bank is the receiver. Bank loan is the bank loan who is giving. So they are giving the bank loan. So bank loan is credit, bank is debit. Bank loan is credit, bank is debit. Here bank account, bank is the receiving my account. So bank account debtor to bank loan account. Okay, bank account debtor to bank loan account. Bank account debtor to bank loan account. What is the amount? 10,000. 10,000. Okay, narration is what? Bank borrowed loan from bank. Borrowed loan from bank. Okay. Yes. Now next entry is example 11. Example 11. Example 11 is what? Received commission of rupees 5,000 by cash. Received commission. How much? Of rupees 5,000. Of rupees 5,000 as cash. Listen, my dear students. Here, received commission. Received commission is an income. Okay, we are doing some work. For that, we are getting some commission. This is purely income. Okay, commission received is an income. Commission received or received commission. So here commission account is an income. And you are getting the same commission in form of cash, in terms of cash. So here two accounts are there. One is commission and another one is cash. Commission is an income. So income is nominal account. Cash is real. So it is a real account. So there are two accounts. Now you tell me the rule of nominal account. Debit all expenses and losses. Commission is not a expenses. So commission is a income. So credit all incomes and gains. So credit all incomes and gains means this commission received will come in the credit side. Then definitely who will come in the debit side? Cash will come in the debit side, because cash rule is what? Real account rule. Debit what comes in. So when I am getting the commission in forms of cash only, so I am receiving the cash. So cash is debited, commission received is credited. Understood or not? So cash account debtor to commission received account. How much? How much? Rupees 5,000. Rupees 5,000. Commission received. Commission received. Okay. Commission received. Okay. Now the last entry is very, very important entry. Very, very important. Please listen that last entry. Paid. Example 12. Example 12. Paid rupees 4,800 in full settlement. Paid rupees 4,800 in full settlement. Full settlement of rupees 5,000. Of rupees 5,000 due to the creditor Kirtana. Due to the creditor Kirtana. Listen, my dear students, what they are saying here, paid rupees 4,800 in full settlement. It means what? Full settlement means you are giving full amount. Full settlement of rupees 5,000 due to creditor Kirtana. Who is creditor? That is when the businessman is buying the business goods from one person for credit. So those who given the credit to the proprietor, he is called creditor. So here Kirtana is creditor because maybe he has given the goods value of 5,000 to me for credit. Okay, 5,000 goods, value of goods I purchased from Kirtana. So that is credit purchase. I made the credit purchase to Kirtana for 5,000. I did not pay the amount so far. Now I am paying the amount. Now I am paying to my creditor. Okay, 5,000 I have to pay. But out of 5,000 I am paying only 4,800. But I am saying say full settlement. Full settlement means what? For 5,000 he is adjusting the 5,000. How come? You purchased for 5,000 but you are settling only 4,800, but you are saying full settlement means the creditor accepted to give rupees 200 as discount to me. That is the word he has given, full settlement. Please listen. Full settlement, wherever the word full settlement is coming, definitely there debit, that is discount will be coming. Either debit, discount received will come or discount allowed is come. Okay, here discount received or discount allowed. I am the businessman, I am the owner, I am purchasing the goods from Kirtana, she is a creditor. Okay, for the value of 5,000 I am purchasing the goods from Kirtana. Now I am paying only 4,800. So she is also accepting, that is why I mentioned here full settlement. 5,000 and full settlement means, but I am paying only 4,800. So what is the 200 rupees? The 200 rupees is called discount received from Kirtana. So Kirtana is the creditor, she is giving 200 rupees discount. So wherever the word full settlement will come, definitely there the discount account will definitely affect. Okay. Now I am paying only 4,800 to Kirtana, but Kirtana is accepting as paid for 5,000 because full settlement. So Kirtana is receiving the money because she is the receiver. And when I am paying the amount, who is receiver? Kirtana is the receiver. So Kirtana in personal account, the personal account rule is what? Debit the receiver. So here Kirtana is the receiver. So cash is credit. Okay, cash is credit. So we have to write Kirtana account debtor to cash account. See, you are paying only cash account. In credit side you have to pay 4,800. So the balance 200 you have to mention as to discount received. To discount received. So discount received is 200, cash is 4,800. So I already told you debit amount should be equal to credit amount. So credit is 4,800 plus 200, which is equal to, in Kirtana account input is 5,000. Because Kirtana is allowing me 200 rupees discount. Okay, so I am receiving the discount from Kirtana. So cash I paid only 4,800. 200 rupees is the discount given by the Kirtana. So totally 5,000. So Kirtana account 5,000. Okay, you have to write that this one. Now you have to write here paid Kirtana. Paid Kirtana. Just you write paid Kirtana. Okay. So these all are the transactions, very important transactions. So in next class definitely I'll teach you the exercise sums. So for you November test will be commenced from the end of this month. So further there are 3 chapters. First chapter introduction of accounting, second chapter framework of accounting, third chapter is books of crime entry. Full chapter will be having the exam, that is monthly November month test. So 3 chapters for November month test. So this is the last item, making the transaction, making the journal entries with the help of transactions. Okay, you please go through all the transactions carefully and see the rules also. In next class I will teach some more sums from the journal entries. Okay, thank you my dear students.